What's up, everyone? Welcome back to Every Week We Follow. It's on. It's on. Gary's got a unicorn on his head.
Mate, we're doing. This is how rare it's going to be. We're qualifying for the Champions League. The unicorn has spoken. Yes.
You're going to have to explain this. You're going to have to explain this one, mate.
Okay. I'll have to explain it several times. I've got a unicorn on my face, guys, because my daughter played in a playoff game today for Chesterfield against another under-15 Chesterfield team, and we won on penalties. We're going to the national finals next week. Ava got 2 assists and scored from the penalty spot. Absolutely buzzing. And then 2 of the girls convinced me to get a unicorn painted on my head, and mate, here we are.
If that's what you get for that, what are you going to get if Villa get Champions League?
Mate, well, OnlyFans starts, mate. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, you can only have those tattoos on OnlyFans. You can't be exposed.
No, I mean, I'm sending pictures of my feet, mate. Get your mind out the gutter, James.
Oh, God. Anyway, people, fantastic win. We needed that. I mean, understatement of the season, really. I think, I said it in the preview. I said, we win this. I think we do it. I think we do. We win all 4 clean sheets, 4 clean sheets. That's all we need. That's 2.
Mate, 7 wins out of 8 games, mate, in the Premier League. We are flying.
It's weird, isn't it? Because I don't feel like we've been on, we haven't gone into these games thinking, yeah, we're on form. We've won 6 and 7 or whatever it was. And now it's 7 and 8. And it's like, that's crazy form, but it doesn't feel like it.
Last couple of games, Fulham and today, the overall performance wasn't great, right? But we just ground it out.
No, it was
one of the great side.
It was a really good, solid defensive performance.
Yeah, it was.
Mings was great. I think Onana was really good.
Onana, what's my name? Yeah,
and and until his red card, JJ was having a good game as well.
He was. Disgraceful decision. We'll get into that in a minute, mate. But also because I am Watkins' number 1 fan.
You got to eat your words now, mate. You got to eat your words.
I've got to eat. Massive respect to him. Two things today. Took the goal brilliantly. He's now Villa's all-time Premier League scorer. 75 goals. Chuffed for him to bits because I'm not a hater. Do you know what I mean? But he's took that really well today. And what I liked today was his celebration. He went over to celebrate for the fans. Waited for I don't know how to read into this. He waited for everyone to go, and he was walking off, and then he turned back round, went back over to the fans, celebrated, and gave his shirt to a little kid, which was great. Which was nice.
But he's just, I think. Oh yeah, I was looking at. I didn't have comments up. What do you think of Ming starting? What's that? But right, okay. I'm going to say it now. He can't be fully fit.
He can't be.
It's the only reason I can think of because he hasn't been playing him. I can only think that he's not fully fit, and that's why he couldn't play in 90 minutes.
Let's be honest, James. There's no way, if that's the other way around, that's happening.
No,
if Torres would have started, there's no way you would have subbed him on for Mings at 70 minutes. And I'd looked, and I felt generally nervous because what I noticed, as soon as they made that substitution, Evan Nilsson went straight onto Torres. Like he just walked and I just thought, oh God, I hope this doesn't come back to bite us in the ass. Thankfully, it didn't. But I think Torres has gone off the ball. Even when he came on, he gave the ball away 3 times in the first couple of minutes that he was on. And he just doesn't offer, for me, the same defensive presence. Mings was brilliant today. He cleared everything, won everything again like he always does. I know he's not the ball player that Torres can be, but if I'm going defensive, looking at the 2 of them, who's the better defender? It's Mings all day long. Like that's just the way it is.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Could have been costly, but it didn't.
Mings was on a yellow. Not 100% sure. But still, I just think in that kind of situation, again, backs to the wall against a team who, Sky were loving to tell us that we've conceded the second most goals in the league in the final 90 after 90 minutes. And Bournemouth scored the most after 90 minutes. Oh, fuck off, Sky! I don't care.
Why even put that stat up? Fucking
it's just bullshit.
Mate, we're never getting jobs on Sky. Let's be honest.
It was so funny. Jamie Redknapp after the game was talking about Ollie's. No, I think it was after the game. And he was talking about Ollie's his movement, and he used his arm. He used his arm to give him the space. Yeah. And he controlled the moment. And then they were speaking to Ollie after the game, and he had to ask him, didn't he? He had to go, yeah, you used your arm, didn't you? You used that arm. And I was just like,
And Ollie's
you
like,
don't need to validate the shit that you just said, mate. And Ollie was just like, yeah, you use your arms, like.
so speaking of using arms, the controversial, the elbow from Mings in the first half.
Yeah,
I,
that was a bit scary.
To be fair, in real time, right, we were given a free kick because he's coming from behind. I don't think it's a red card because I genuinely think he's not swung back like that. He's kind of putting his arm up to shield the ball, and the guy runs into him more than. I think it would have been a harsh red card.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen them given. Yeah, exactly. That's what James just said. Seen them given before. It was a little bit. I was a little bit worried, and then when he said, "Oh, VAR check complete," I was like, oh, "Okay, right." Oh, what do you think of the semi-automated offside? Do you think it was quick?
Brilliant, mate. Worked brilliantly because it looked tight, but it's just got it done.
Blatantly onside. I don't understand why he even went to VAR.
Oh, mate, everything goes to VAR for us, doesn't it? Just check
even
it
when
anyway.
Even when it went to the 3D like visualization, I was like, "It's fucking miles on."
Miles on.
What the hell?
To be fair, it's a great finish, mate. The finds, and it's a great ball from Rodgers.
I don't know how someone intentionally does that kind of finish. Like apparently he said afterwards, he said he just tried to get something on it. He said the pace was already on the ball. He just tried to get, but it was the deftest of touches. Deftest of touch. It was a great finish. Really good finish.
And I'm pleased for him because
it would have hung over
he's been. I mean, even in the first half, mate, I thought he looked like he was lacking in confidence. His movement wasn't great, and so to score in the way he did it right at the end of the end of the first half was brilliant. And I'm just chuffed that he's broke the record because if he does go in the summer, which we think is a possibility, he can absolutely leave with his head held high, can't he? Do you know what I mean? And that's I've got nothing but love for him. Not as much as Sarah has, and when he did take his shirt off and ran across the pitch, like she was just kind of like. So if you're watching my beautiful wife, I am only human, and I know that it's never going to happen, but I have got feelings because my dad bod, like, look at the belly, look at the belly. But yeah, fair play.
James said here, yeah, I think I do think he's just not. I don't think he's fully fit. I just think, yeah, if he's getting tired at 60 minutes or whatever, 65, 70 minutes or whatever it was, I think.
That makes sense, and I agree with you, mate. He must still be carrying a knock from when he's been injured. For one to have not get the game time that he probably should have had in the games that he should have played in, i.e. City and Palace, and then to be taken off today was, I thought could have been costly. Thankfully, it didn't. And
I mean, they threw the kitchen sink at the end, didn't they? They didn't have a shot from I think it was until the red card, they hadn't had a shot since the 26th minute.
No.
And the red card came, and then they had 5 shots in 3 minutes. All of a sudden,
it was probably It was probably one of the only nice things that Alan Smith said in commentary is the fact that that's down to how we defended, and we did defend well particularly in the second half. We limited it. I thought Kamara was outstanding. I thought Onana offered that kind of cover, and actually went on a few burst runs forward.
He's loving these runs, isn't he?
But I tell you, who had a poor game today, mate. Apart from his assist, was Rodgers. He looked absolutely fucked. He was.
I was also going to say, what do you think about Asensio?
Well, started right. He hit the post in the first half, didn't he?
Yeah, he hit that post. But other than that, a lot of his deliveries were a bit crap. Like he took quite a lot of the free kicks and stuff.
Yeah. There you go. That's a good point, mate. As well for the goal.
Oh, I need to see it again.
Yeah, so they always on a breakaway. Cash intercepts the ball, plays it into Rodgers, and he whips it in, and then scores. So yeah, Cash had a really good game today. He did. He defended really, really well. So he deserves plaudits today.
Oh, mate, that header! Oh my god, I was sitting there going, "That's in." I was like, "That's in," and then you got Martinez just going. Oh, he does. It was good because obviously he got the tip on it as well, and so it was going wide, and then. Yeah, Cash. And you think that he headed it onto Cash's head? I think he just headed it straight over, and Cash was in front of him.
Yeah, well, maybe in the replay, it looked like and it was given as a goal kick, so it's probably that. But it did look like he headed it on the back of him. But
what's everyone else thinking? So I'm thinking tomorrow. I'm thinking I want Newcastle to beat Chelsea. I'm thinking Forest and Chelsea. That's all we need. We don't need to worry about Newcastle City. We just need to catch Forest and Chelsea for me.
Oh, and we've caught Chelsea. So actually, I just think because Forest and Chelsea have got to play each other as well, it would be better for us if Chelsea were to lose tomorrow. Because if Chelsea win tomorrow, that means Newcastle have to then win, and then we're competing with 3 teams rather than 2. Where if Newcastle win tomorrow, do you know what I mean? Because
yeah. Sorry, yeah, I was getting confused. Yeah. No, yeah, I want Newcastle to win because
Newcastle to win because,
like I said, all we need is those two teams.
Yeah,
and because Forest has got Chelsea last game of the season as well, so they're going to take points off each other. So, I'm just gonna point out. I don't want to be that guy. It is Tielemans. It's Tielemans, not Tillmans. Just so you're aware.
James, as if he's done that to you live on YouTube, mate. Like, look at the
unless that's a typo, it's just like one of those autocorrect vibes. Just gonna say Tielemans.
I've got a comment on TikTok, mate, saying it's Forest we need to worry about. Apparently.
Well, potentially they've got Leicester tomorrow, haven't they? And then they've got West Ham and then Chelsea last game of the season. So
come on, Leicester.
But I'm kind of again though that because hang on, what is the table? Let's you keep filling in while I get the table. Keep filling in while I get the table.
Oh, I get the table. Yeah. So, Onana. Going back to James one, it's he was great today. I think he bossed that midfield. He does offer something different to Tielemans. Obviously, Tielemans and him and Kamara actually did work well together. Although the game, I've got to say, the tempo of the play today again was really slow. So, got up to get some love for the face paint on TikTok. What do we think, Unicorn?
What are you doing? What are you doing? What's happening right now, Gaz? What are you doing?
Mate, I'm just enjoying the Unicorn. It's not going to be on there forever.
No one else is. You're just showing this random Unicorn thing.
Mate, I'm celebrating the Villa win. This is we've
anyway.
We can produce the Unicorn. Anyway, sorry about the Unicorns.
So Forest. So obviously they win tomorrow. They're going to 64 points.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think I don't think Forest will beat Chelsea last game of the season. I think they'll probably draw. So I'm just
look, I think
because Chelsea got Arsenal as well. Chelsea got Arsenal play.
Well, and
Newcastle.
Yeah.
So Newcastle, Arsenal, and Forest. So I'm just kind of I feel like Chelsea aren't going to have it. I mean, you never know. I actually think Chelsea are the ones to catch. Forest, though, if we win all our games, I think we finish above Forest.
Yeah, I agree. And I think Forest will. They can't go into tomorrow's game against Leicester thinking they're just going to walk over because Leicester have got nothing to play for, and Southampton
they've run out of legs. Forest have. They've massively run out of legs.
So if Leicester can get a draw tomorrow, mate, it's game on for us. I think we just have to beat Spurs and Man United.
I said, mate, fuck it. Should we just pull City in? Who's City playing?
That's a good question. I don't know who City's got left.
Who they got? They got
Bournemouth.
The FA Cup. They got Bournemouth and Fulham.
I fancy them for them too, mate. Bournemouth and Fulham both lost today.
Mate, they just drew to Southampton 0-0.
Yeah. That's amazing. Yeah, but I think do you see Ruben Dias complaining that Southampton basically parked the bus? I
mean, what else are going to do? What else do most teams do against City? I mean, if that's what gets them the result, then who cares? People.
Southampton going gung-ho. Yeah, let's get spanked 9-0 just before we get relegated. Yeah, sensible.
I love this, by the way. Nice one, Pete. Gaz. You look stupid, Gaz.
Fuck off, Clifton. You're just jealous. Pete wants a unicorn.
Oh, this one. Right. I think because of the current situation we're in, the Forest 2-1 loss.
Well, that and the Ipswich game, mate, at home.
Yeah, but I think the Forest game's double. The Forest game takes 3 points off them and gives us 3 points. So it's a 6-point swing. So the whole situation will be completely. And the fact, what was it? Wasn't it 90 minutes that we conceded 2 goals?
Yeah, we were 1-0 up in the 87th minute, mate. Yeah, that was devastating.
I think that's worse. We if I remember rightly as well, we were completely in control of that game.
Yeah, we were. Duran's last swan song into a wonderful header. But I'm with James. Ipswich for me, mate. You're right about the points thing, but the fact that those 2 games are important because if you'd done that and beaten Ipswich, we'd be clear now. in almost third position. So it's all his buts and maybes. But even the game against Bournemouth at home, again in the 94th minute, these are.
Well, like they said on Sky, they pointed out, right? 8 goals conceded this season in the 90+ minutes.
Yes.
We are second in that league of conceding after 90 minutes, which is not great.
No, it's not great, mate. It's super depressing if we're honest, But
it's really bad. Like not being able to see games out. And I know earlier in the season, a lot of it was because we were saying that he kept on chopping and changing the back four. And he was like changing it mid-game as well. He was like changing 1 or 2 players in the defense, and it was like, what's going on?
Well, look, compared to last season, that had a massive effect. We were conceding goals because we were making those changes, and we weren't scoring. Do you know what I mean? We'd like
gone Seeking. What Seeking? What are you on about? Seeking said it's gone. This game was a fight for 7th place / Europe, and now we can fight for 6th. No, we're going for 5th. I ain't going for this 6th shit. We're gonna win.
Go for us. We can finish on 6th. What's going on?
No, don't want 6th. No, 5th. Come on.
Oh,
I've just been given a YouTube trophy for being a top contributor. I have a question.
Yeah, what's that about, James? Come on, what's your question?
What's your question? What's your question, James?
I've just been giving you. We want to answer questions. This is a Q&A. We love it. Yeah. Oh, Jay on TikTok got your Bournemouth, didn't win. Me too.
Saw the unicorn had to watch.
1-0 on your big day. What's he say?
He said, saw the unicorn had to watch.
See, fun time with Stitch. Thank you. You saw the unicorn. I don't look stupid. Look, this is what we do on every week. We follow. We go to the extreme. This is what. This is the epitome of what's going to encapsulate Villa's 5th place finish this season. It's going to be a unicorn effect. This is what's going to happen. Look, it's pretty in pink. You've got to love it, right? Come on. Every week we follow the unicorn on Gaz's head.
James just said, no, the question is, do I get invited to the staff party?
Yes, James, you're invited, mate.
Yeah, basically a beer after last game of the season. Woo.
Yeah.
Once we beat Spurs, then we're 5 for 5th. Okay, they're doing the Emery way, right? He's like, right now, this was a fight to get Europe. Now the next one is this. Then once we get there, now it's like, you know what he does. You know how he does it.
I'll put it on our TikTok page, but because Emery's just the gift that keeps on giving, isn't he? So he's interviewed, and he come back from the adverts after the full-time whistle, and he shot to Emery, and he just went him saying Europe.
Yeah. Europe.
So I put on TikTok, where are we going, Emery? Europe.
Right, he's so good. I still think that one of the best things I saw, it was that one that you posted on TikTok, didn't you, a while back? It was to do with Asensio being on the bench.
Oh, mate, that got over 200. We went viral on that.
On the bench, and he was like, because he's on the bench.
No, she goes, have you got a reason for it? He went, yeah, he's on the bench. Emery, the gift that keeps on giving.
Oh, he's very good.
Mate,
he's very good.
30k views that's got on our TikTok channel.
That's mental. Jeez,
fucking crazy.
But anyway, so
I digress.
Massive win. Dogged performance is what I'm calling it. And this is all I want. I just want us to grind out these results. Just grind them out.
Look, we picked
another 2 clean sheets and we can't lose. That's
look. It would be easy to be critical and kind of go in on them because there was again so much about today that just resonated with past performances where we looked lethargic. But this is what we did last season. We ground out these results and kept clean sheets. Do you know what I mean? Like we won by the odd goal, and that's 2 games in a row. We've won 1-0, 2 clean sheets. Right, just use that and go out there and grind the results out now. And Spurs and Man United, let's face it, right, they're terrible. They are. I don't care about the Europa League final.
It's always this case. It's always these things, though, isn't it? Where we look at these games and go, we should win this because they're terrible. See, it always worries me. It always worries me when we're not underdogs or where we're like overwhelming favourites or anything like that. It always worries me. And I mean, I'm him. I'm him. Are you him? I'm you. Are you
I'm
him?
You. You are him. I am you.
Yeah, who's you?
I am you.
You are him. I'm who?
You are you. I am me.
I'm me. Who? You?
I am him.
But no, this is exactly what I said. I said teams will help us out. Newcastle got to play Chelsea. Chelsea have to play
Arsenal. Of the Villa, mate. 1-0. What a result. Sorry, on TikTok.
Tomorrow for me, it's New. And I know people are going, oh, I'd like Chelsea, Newcastle to draw to keep Newcastle in it. I'm like, nah. we just got to beat Chelsea and Forest. So for me, Newcastle to beat Chelsea, and then
Forest to drop
Chelsea
points tomorrow.
Forest draw last game of the
Yeah.
season.
And
That's
that's it for us. That's what we need to happen, isn't it? If we win all our games and that happens, we'll finish 5th.
Those two things happen. It doesn't matter what happens with Arsenal, Chelsea, Arsenal, and all that, or
Yeah.
Forest, West Ham, and that. We just need those two things to happen, or three things: us win, Newcastle beat Chelsea, Chelsea Forest draw.
So, mate, I'm back with Emi. I'm a believer, mate. This is the unicorn. It's the unicorn.
I'm a believer.
I'm a believer, mate. I'm a Justin Believer. Come on. I'll have if we do it, mate, I'll have Justin Bieber drawn on here. I'm a believer.
Oh God! Right, have you got anything else to talk about? I'm losing the will.
Oh, don't lose the will, mate. Well,
I'm so tired.
It's one of them, innit, where we're so close to the end now again, and we've given ourselves hope after a dismal couple of weeks of going out of the Champions League and getting knocked out of the FA Cup. It's now more about what we want to do going forward, and those two games against Spurs and Man United are. Just forget about the pressure of like saying they're a cup final. It comes down to how much do we want the Champions League? How much do these players want it now? Because you've just got to work your ass off to get it, and you're gonna have to grind it out, just like we did today.
Do you think we missed Tielemans today? I don't think we missed him. I personally don't think we missed him that much today, because actually I think that Onana gave us that physical presence and gave us that help in the box as well, because like aerially.
I don't think we missed him massively today. I mean, again, it was a poor game, but I think sometimes in tighter games
against Spurs, I think we will miss him.
We might well, because he has that ability. He just need to just pick that pass, and he moves the ball. He's one of the guys that does move the ball quickly. Again, we didn't do that well today. We were fanning around, and I got frustrated in the second half. There's a couple of times where Watkins could have made a movement forward and didn't, and JJ literally ran towards him and he didn't move, and he had to come back inside and end up coming back. I'm like, mate, just go in behind. He's looking for you to make that run. You're not doing it. I don't understand. Like whether it was just tiredness. This was, obviously before we went down to 10 men. So I don't know. Sometimes, and the same with Rodgers. Rodgers just couldn't seem to control the ball in the second half. Like he kept he had a couple of half chances.
He needs a rest, but there's almost no point in resting him now. There's 2 games left. It's like just get through them. You know what I mean? It's like, but. It is frustrating. It's also frustrating because Rodgers is just playing not in his position. I'd rather him play in the middle. I'd rather put Marlon out. But,
what, mate? Can we just talk about Marlon for a sec? What's this guy got to do?
Oh, I don't know what he's got to do to get some minutes. I don't understand.
Will he play now? Ramsey suspended for the Spurs game? Do you think?
No. He'll put mate. He'll put Rodgers on the left and he'll put McGinn on the right. He's not going to play Marlon. I just don't know what Marlon has to do. I don't get it. I just don't get it, because every time I see him, I'm like, this guy looks great. Like you don't see many bold footballers nowadays. He looks brilliant as well. I'm just like, he's rapid, he's lively, he gets in about it. I just like him as a player.
So, but if you're him now, sitting on that bench, are you thinking, have I made a mistake? Now, you did say like it's about the bigger picture and next season, and maybe you'll get more game time next season. But it's got to be frustrating watching those level of performances and going, actually, I could come on and do a bit here. And so, I mean, maybe he would have come on if Ramsey didn't get sent off today. I don't know. But like, it's as a player, I don't want him to get frustrated, because if you get that frustrated, you're not always going to perform at the highest. Like, you're not going to come on and change games if you're not getting any minutes at all. I can only
think he's going to play him next season. But like I said, I think I've said this before, that we've changed the way we play a little bit because of the Asensio and Rashford signings. Obviously, Rashford's out, so we don't have that wide left winger, which was what Rashford was doing. But I don't know. I just don't understand it, because also Marlon, I've never seen him really as a winger. He comes so narrow.
No, he does come narrow.
He plays as like a second striker. He could even potentially play like a number 10, or just kind of floating around. If Asensio's having a bad game, put him there.
Yeah, I'd just like to see him be given some opportunity. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's crazy.
I just don't understand. I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't get it.
Well, let's hope he gets to play some part in the last 2 games, because I think he could be a game changer for us. What about McGinn today? Because the other thing I want to say, like, McGinn not starting.
I'm just going to say on this, actually, a point on this. The fact is, he's not even he's a Champions League player. He's not even been able to play in the Champions League for us.
I know.
So the fact he isn't getting Premier League minutes,
mental, mate,
is bonkers.
It makes me. it makes me wonder. Look, why do we buy him if we're not? Because if you go, okay, we're not going to put you in the 25-man Champions League squad, but we are going to basically use you in the league and in the cup. And then that doesn't happen in games where he could have played, like he could have been an option, and then just not to get it. It doesn't make any sense. Why would you buy him in the first place? You're not going to use him.
He wasn't cheap either. And the fact is now it's not a case of like, it's not like a Diaby situation where you can just sell him again because he's played well ultimately this season. He hasn't had the chance to play. So I really don't know. Yeah, I mean, this is the point. I don't know if it was Asensio. I think it was the Asensio and Rashford signings that changed it because
quite possibly.
Before we were always playing.
Yeah, Mickey, I think you're right, mate.
We're attacking down the right hand side, whereas with Rashford, we're attacking down the left. So it changed it. It changed the way we play. We basically have to swap how we play, and I think that's why Marlon doesn't get minutes.
But when
Rashford isn't playing, surely then we can just go back to going on the right hand side. I don't get it.
But look how he's tweaked those changes because from January, he started with Asensio Rashford on the left, bringing Asensio on or playing them together, and that worked really well. Right? Then he didn't. Right? And so then he would drop Watkins and put Rashford as a number 9, and Marlon's not getting any. Whatever he did, he just didn't get.
He obviously knows. I mean, he definitely knows better than us. He's like one of the best managers in Europe. But it is confusing. Some of the stuff is a bit weird, isn't it? It's a bit confusing. The whole Tyrone Mings thing. Before he used to make Disassi at right back, just like never worked. It's just frustrating. It's just weird.
Yeah, the last 3 or 4 weeks, mate. Emery's. I like questioning him. I love him, but he's made some questionable decisions about the squad lineup. 100%. Like the formation is the formation, but the personnel I think he's got wrong, in my opinion. But every time you think it's over, like this time last week, I was thinking that's it, done. We've just pulled.
I never stopped believing.
I never stopped believing.
I'm just there's always going to be these twists and turns. And I knew Chelsea and Forest running. Well, I knew Forest had to play Chelsea at the end. And I knew Chelsea's running was tough. And I was like, the one that got away that I wasn't actually expecting to get away quite as much as it has is Newcastle. I actually thought they might get pulled into it a little bit more. But yeah, I just believe we can do it. And these last 2 games now. Oh, just don't fuck it up with Spurs, man. Don't fuck it up against Spurs. I hate Spurs. Just be Spursy and just be shit, please. Oh, what a freeze frame. What a fantastic freeze frame. Oh, he's gone. Look at this. This is brilliant, isn't it? Is anyone going to talk to me in the comments instead? Looks a lot more solid at the back today. No, 100%. Starting Mings. We cannot start Torres. Mings is an absolute warrior, and he organises the back 4. He's a beast in the air. He is good on the ball. He's not, he's not going to play those kind of cutting through the lines passes like Torres does, but he will play all right balls and he will get caught out sometimes. But so does Torres. So I'm just kind of like, I feel like Mings has got more pros than he has cons compared to Torres. And Torres, since he's come back from his injury, just doesn't look quite right yet. But I'm not convinced they're both fit. For whatever reason, he's playing Torres for 90 minutes, but I do feel like Mings isn't 100% fit. Play tough against Spurs and Man U. Yeah, well, the main thing, clean sheet. Clean sheet. We've done it 2 games in a row now. Do it another 2 games. And I know it sounds stupid, but you can't lose with a clean sheet. But we will get a chance and we will score a goal. That's what happened today. We got 1 chance and we scored. And I expect us to hopefully do that again. Good on the ball when the last time Torres played. Good on the ball when the last time Torres played a worldwide ball, apart from the ball to direct. Yeah, well, yeah, he did. What he does is he plays these really good cutting balls into the centre of midfield, usually into like Tielemans, actually. Whereas Mings might go to Kamara or go over to Konsa. Torres is also more confident, I think, playing out to that left back. So playing out to Luka Dean or to Maatsen. Whereas Mings quite often he's a bit slow with it and doesn't play it and then turns back. So I think there are positives to Torres. I just don't think that defensively he's anywhere near the level of Mings, if I'm honest. Yeah. Okay. That does make sense. He doesn't seem fit from what I can tell. I think Gaz is having a meltdown or something. His phone's probably completely died and he hasn't realised, but who knows? Hopefully he comes back, because otherwise I'm going to have to end this with just myself. It's quite weird talking on my own. You guys in the comments. Who do you think would be the first player to leave? Oh, probably Bailey, innit? Bailey or Buendia. Bailey Buendia, probably one of them two. Oh,
Mate, I'm back.
What happened there?
My iPhone overheated and then just cut.
Oh my god! This is the heat of this situation.
The heat of the situation. What did I miss?
I was just rambling on, mate. I was speaking to the guys.
Yes,
apparently, Brummy Gaz here said Mings said in an interview on Sky that he's still in rehabilitation. That doesn't surprise me.
Yeah.
And then James said, "Who do you think will be the first player to leave?" Now I've gone like really safe, and I think probably Buendia or Bailey or Dendonka or one of them randos.
Yeah,
it's not really doing much. Of the big lot of like, I don't know. I just feel, as much as I think on the pitch, as much as Gaz hates him, doesn't hate him. As much as Gaz moans about, him, I think that commercially, Watkins' sale makes sense.
Yeah.
Because he's aging. He's still got a decent contract. He's going to go for a decent fee. He's not. We think he might have kind of peaked a bit. So Emery will want to get an understudy. Now, the other thing I think of is that he gives us one more season, and he brings an understudy in whilst he's still here. But Ollie doesn't tend to do well with an understudy. So I'm kind of like. Yeah, proven like 3 times.
Three times, mate. Yeah.
Who are they? Ings.
Duran. Rashford.
Oh yeah, exactly. Yeah, doesn't do well with an understudy.
No.
So I just think that Watkins probably makes the most sense, to be honest. Even though, and I do think that if we had a strike, and as much as I love Ollie and he does a lot for the team and he does do a lot.
Yeah.
I think that if we had a striker who just buries every chance they get, like almost every chance they get, is really clinical, they'll get chances in this team. And I think
this is down to our scouting team, because it's going to have to be someone we probably haven't heard of, that someone's going to step up to the plate and develop into one, which is a risk. And I'm taking nothing away from him. I'm so pleased he scored today and he's broke that record, right? Because he deserves that 100%. But I'll still stick by that he's not a clinical finisher, and I think we've hit a ceiling with him. So it makes sense for me to cash in and get the good price for him. He goes as all-time Villa's greatest Premier League scorer. He's a Villa legend. Brilliant. Everyone's a winner, mate.
Exactly.
So.
I agree.
What's this?
I don't think Spurs will put in. They're all in against us, considering they got the final. Yeah, I mean, potentially it also could just be like the pressure's off, and there's it's a free hit, so they could actually play amazing, and you don't know. It also depends who they play. They've got Madison out, and they've got begins with a B. Someone else is out as well. They've got a couple of players out, and then it's whether they play their players.
Haven't Man United playing Chelsea on Friday as well? I'm sure that's one of the Chelsea's other fixture. Might be wrong.
Yeah, Friday. Yeah, quarter past 8. Ooh.
Yeah.
That's it. Yeah, they're Newcastle, Man U, Forest.
So Chelsea have got a tough running, but again, are Man United Spurs going to have that eye on the Europa League final?
I think they had Arsenal. Who's got Arsenal?
Liverpool are playing Arsenal tomorrow.
Newcastle
playing Arsenal.
In Newcastle, yeah. So that's what,
mate. I tell you what, it is proper exciting. Santi's joined on TikTok.
It is whilst we're still winning, mate.
Today. Yes, get in. We're through to the next round.
It is whilst we're still winning.
Yeah.
Lose to Spurs, it's now not fun anymore. Right. Anyway, I'm going to call it there unless you got anything else to say, guys.
No, mate. I think I'm just all about the result today. Like I say, the performance is irrelevant. I'm buzzing for Watkins. I wanted to make sure that all the people that think I hate him, I don't, even though you said I do.
Slip of the tongue.
Slip of the tongue, right? Nothing but respect for him, but he's not a clinical finisher. And I will, as I said to you in text message during the game, he can leave with his head held high now as Villa's all-time Premier League scorer.
Shiny white teeth.
Beautiful body, beautiful man.
Getting married as well, I think, isn't he?
Yeah. He's a beautiful family man. I love everything about Ollie, but I think his time will come to an end, and we will hopefully delve in the transfer window. Like we've talked about before, maybe Delap and maybe one other to be the main player. I don't know, but we'll have to wait and see.
I think if we did sell him, there'll be two. But yeah, I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. There'll be loads. I hope we do all our business early. I don't want all this speculation throughout.
Yeah. But that's never going to happen, mate. We want something to talk about during the off season as well. So don't wish it all in.
Right. Anyway,
what does that leave us? We kind of the Spurs game on Friday, so we'll be.
Yeah, Spurs. Oh yeah, it's Friday, isn't it? Fuck.
It's Friday. Are you going?
Yeah. I'm going.
Yeah.
Last
home game of the season, mate.
We might be able to jump on a late night again. So straight after. So we might be able to do a live for the Spurs after the game, but before we'll do Wednesday or not Wednesday, Thursday.
Thursday, yeah.
Thursday, because Wednesday we're in London.
Yes, we are.
Yeah.
Watch this space, people. Things happening.
Never know. Right, brilliant. Well, up the Villa as always. Gaz, are you going to sing us out, mate?
I am, mate. I'm proud of them today. Up the Villa, 1-0. Come on, Champions League's coming. Every week we follow the boys in claret and blue.
See ya.
Peace and love.